Good afternoon, everybody. This is Earlene Owens from Asheville Permanent Makeup. I'm going to talk to you today a little bit about how I set up my table when I work on a client, what my machines look like, how we keep everything clean and sanitary, and just give you a little more background about how a proper, sterile permanent makeup setup should be when you come in to get your permanent makeup done. So here we go. This is one of my favorite machines. It's a Nuvo Contour Intelligent machine. It has preset settings for brows, eyes, lips, or medical tattooing. It is a state-of-the-art digital machine and is wonderful. It comes with a corded handpiece and small, individually packaged tips that go on the end of the machine. Each one of these is individually packaged and dated and sterilized. And when you look at your machine, a lot of your machine's cartridges will have a date, an expiration date of when the sterilization is not good anymore. And you'll see a little blue dot on that package, and that little blue dot shows that the cartridge was autoclaved and sterilized after it was packaged. And if that dot doesn't turn blue, it tells us as practitioners that it's not sterile and we need to dispose of it and not use it on a client. So this is a different kind of machine. It's a rotary machine made by Peak, and it comes with larger little cartridges that go on the end, and there's every different dimension of needle that you can imagine that works with that kind of machine. And let's see, this one is my favorite new baby. It is made by Bombtech, and it is a Revo digital cordless handpiece where you have no cords at all. And one of my favorite things about this, besides how clean it is, and I'll show you that in a minute, is once you turn it on and you have your setting done, it comes with this great little magnetic cradle. And when you pick your machine up and you have your setting already set to the speed you want, you never have to turn it on or off. You just set it back down in the cradle and it goes off. You put it back, pick it back up, and it comes back on. Now, the easy thing about keeping these machines clean are these cord covers, and they slip over the cords of any tattoo machine. For this one, I can just cut them a little bit shorter. I slide that cord cover over that entire machine, and I tape the little cartridge that clicks into the end to the cord cover, and when I'm finished tattooing, all I have to do is untwist that tip, pull it off, and you can dispose of the tip in a sharps container, and your hand never actually touches the machine, so things don't get dirty. You can cover a lot of your surfaces with barrier film, like you see here on this machine, so that when you need to touch one of these buttons while you're working, it will not touch the actual machine. And when you're finished, you just take that barrier film off, wipe your machine down again with sterilization liquid, and it will keep everything clean. So this is a Nuvo Contour machine, a Peak rotary machine, and a new cordless digital machine. I use these depending on which client I work on, what kind of skin type they have. It just depends on the client which machine I choose to use. These are different numbing creams that we use. The numbing creams and the pigments, when you're using them on a client, should be put into these little disposable pigment caps. Even the holder for the caps is disposable. So nothing is ever put back into a bottle. If you don't use enough of the pigment, you throw it away. You never put anything back. So everything else here on my table, I've got cotton balls, and I've got Q-tips, and I've got different needles. This is a traditional tattoo needle that I'll use to scratch the skin before I numb. As you can see there, it has this little blue dot showing that it's sterile. I'll have toothpicks in case I need to mix up my pigments while I'm working. And I always keep a trash container on my table lined with a Ziploc bag, and when I finish, I can throw my sterile sharps away in this container. Make sure there's a sharps container. And everything else can go in the Ziploc bag. It can be zipped close and thrown in the trash. So it's a really easy way to clean up your area when you're finished. So I put a sealant over eyebrows after I'm done, and the sealant comes in these individually packaged sterile containers. Again, everything is individual for each client. Here's another view of the cordless machines, needles, the front and the back, how they come, prepackaged and sterilized, and that's important. This is some of the germicidal cleaning solutions that I use. I have wipes, I have sprays. These will kill anything that you can imagine on any surface. And talking about surfaces, make sure the surfaces that you're using are cleanable and sanitizable, so you can wash them and they're not porous. You don't want anything soaking into the surface you're working on. In the back here we have different needles and caps and any paper, cotton type products in closed containers to keep them clean. So this is a little bit about how I set up my area, a little bit about the machines that I use, just so that you know that when you come to Asheville Permanent Makeup, you don't have to worry about safety, sanitation, sterilization, and I always keep your safety in mind when you're having your permanent makeup procedures done. So I'll be making more videos showing you lots of different things that I do at Asheville Permanent Makeup, and if you'd like to get in touch with me, you can text or call 828-255-5554 or visit my website at AshevillePermanentMakeup.com. Thanks everybody, and have a great day.